Hey guys, I'm here to do another reading. Yes. Okay, there goes the comical part, right? However, I'm just, verklempt or overwhelmed with the news of Greg Leaks, Miss Nene Leaks, the diva, I consider, of the Housewives of Atlanta. My daughter just was like, Bubby, no, it's not Love and Hip Hop, okay? That's the Sag. If you watch my former videos or my past videos, you would know my commentary on Miss Saggy, okay? She doesn't play that. However, when I heard the news early this morning and around 7 something or what have you, early this morning here on the East Coast, I was like, not Greg. You know, he's so sweet. Though I am not an avid watcher or an avid viewer, if you would, my mother, my sister, my grandmother, my aunt, they are avid watchers of Atlanta Housewives. You know, so when I have tuned in, you know, again, not an avid watcher, but I am up to date. I always, forgive me, I have always liked, out of all the husbands, Greg. He is so sweet. He's a sweetie. Miss Nene, you have a sweetheart. But I felt compelled, if you would, to do a reading on, you know, the condition and the diagnosis of Mr. Leaks. So, let's do it, guys. While doing my little bit of research, I found out that Nene Leaks is a Sag, like my little Saggy. And also, Mr. Leaks, Mr. Greg, is a Leo. So let's see what we come up with, okay? All right. We ask for only good energy from only good angels and the Almighty Creator. Thank you. Okay. If you know me, you know my readings go as such. First card represents the person as they are right now, and that is Mr. Leaks, Greg Leaks. The card beneath that is what is helping them, what is hurting them. Card to my right, to your left, is their past. Card to my left, to your right, is their present. And for Mr. Leaks, let's do 4 clarifiers. Card on the bottom represents overall energy. Overall energy. I guess you can say real-time energy. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That would be the 9 of Swords. And it's befitting, right? It's befitting. You know, going through something similar with my mother. She was diagnosed with lung cancer 3 years ago. So if you look at this card, and by the way, this is the New Vision Tarot. If you are familiar with the Rider-Waite deck. This deck is what is behind. You know, what are we not seeing in the Rider-Waite? That is the most common and, you know, I don't want to say the oldest because I'm really not sure, to be honest. But that is one of the oldest decks. Probably before I was born, to be honest. Let's look at this card. You see this person? Now, swords represent the air signs. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. They are all about thought. They are the thinkers of the astrology. Okay? Swords represent your thoughts. You see this little demon, devil, goblin? Yeah. This might be Nene. This might be Greg. Losing sleep over it, or, you know, might have lost sleep over it. But I can almost guarantee you they're still losing sleep. Because the big C, that word, you know, it's a devil. It's a demon. It's a goblin. I'm going to say this is Cancer. If we could see Cancer in a form, that's what it looks like, guys. That's what it looks like, okay? This might be both of them losing sleep. It could be one of their sons. It's going to be okay, guys. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. The card representing him right now. I don't know if this is one of their sons. I'm not sure. But this card is the Page of Wands. This is a fire sign. Wands represent fire. The fire suit. Okay? And, you know, the tarot. Fire signs consist of Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. And you see this woman in the back? Let me tell you something. Now, I may be wrong, but I have a feeling that Mr. Leeks might be resorting back to a childhood state. If this is not one of their boys. I didn't look up their boys' zodiac signs. And I don't think I need to. Something's telling me I don't need to. But this card right here, I think Greg has become a baby. Which he should be. Which he should be. Because he needs all the care, physically, emotionally, mentally, that he can get. But this is my girl. This is my girl. Miss Leeks. Carrying that torch. Defending her man. You understand? Page of Swords. In the tarot, the page, whether it be the Page of Swords, Cups, Wands, and or, you know, it doesn't matter. It's a young energy. But this is a grown woman. Okay? I think that Nene is ready, willing to defend her man. Okay? And I think that maybe Mr. Leeks has, you know, kind of gone within to that childhood state. You know? And who could blame him? Who could blame him? That's him in the present state. Again, to my right, to your left is his past. Now, this is a King of Swords. Got my wine, y'all. In honor of the Housewives of Atlanta. This is the King of Swords. And believe it or not, this reminds me of Greg, Mr. Greg. King of Swords is an avid man. You understand? There's a reason why he has this sword. There's a reason. That's to his past. I don't want to get into this. Jesus, I don't know why. I don't know why. But when I get that feeling, I move on. To my left, to your right, you guys right? This is the present card. This makes me happy. This is the Knight of Pentacles. Now, although Pentacles are earth, it gives me hope, you know, because the Knight of Pentacles are earth. The Pentacles are earth signs. Capricorn, Virgo. Slow and steady growth and progress towards your goal. And, you know, I have a feeling that it's going to be, you know, they're in for a ride. Miss Nene Leaks, Mr. Greg Leaks, forgive me. They're in for a ride. But guess what? Knight of Pentacles, they're assured success. They're assured success. It's okay. Yes, you're going to go through trials and tribulations. AKA, that's what we call life, right? But you're assured success. Nene, I hope you watch this. It's going to be okay, my love. I love you, Nene. Jesus. What is at Greg's feet? Yeah, there's a fight. A fight's coming up. It's a fight. You guys, you know, I saw a post that Nene ran earlier today that others reposted, various blogs, TMZ, various YouTubers, Rob, love you, Nay. You know, Mrs. Nene Leaks was asking about chemo. Would you do it? Yes, Nene, do it. Yes, it is a fight. It's a fight. But you have to do this. You have to. Clarifiers. 3 of Wands. Wands, you see how... Lord have mercy. This is one of the various readings where I get tongue-tied. Forgive me. I relate it so much to my own life, you know, and my mom, and cancer is a bitch. Hashtag fuck cancer. Excuse my language, but it is what it is. 3 of Wands signifies you have chosen your goal, your fight, your whatever. You have chosen your future. You are going in this direction. The 2 of Wands is the, you know, the fork in the road. But I am so glad to see this 3 of Wands. I can guarantee you they're going to choose chemo. He's choosing life, guys. And again, Wands represent the fire sign. So we know we're talking about Greg. So let's just say this is Mr. Leaks. Yes. He's choosing his future. He is like, I'm going to do this chemo thing. Let's do it. Of course, Nene is in the background like, babe, you have no choice. You're going to do chemo. Get it, Nene. Next card, next clarifier, 9 of Cups. Beautiful card. This is, there are about 2 to 3 yes cards, quote unquote yes cards. There are 2 to 3 wish cards in the deck. This is one of them. He's going to be okay, guys. This warms my heart. He's going to be okay. If they are watching this, and if he made a wish, guess what? He's going to be okay. Thank you, God. Thank you, Almighty. Thank you, Universe. Next clarifier. Death card. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. This is an end to a cycle. That's all the Death card means. It's an end to a cycle. This could be the end to, you know what, I know that they recently had surgery, unbeknownst to us. This could be them taking out the cancer, him getting chemo, them starting a new cycle. Who knows? Greg might be an advocate for cancer when he is well. Okay? This doesn't mean physical death. If there were a ton of swords cards, I'd be like, girl, you need to get that life insurance together. You know? But don't be scared. This is just the end to a cycle. It could be the end to you having cancer in your human being. That's all. That's all. Pray. Please pray. Go to church, you guys. When you are feeling up to it, when you are feeling well. Nene, Mrs. Gleeks, if Greg is not with you, I implore you, go to church by yourself with your children, with your boys. Go and pray for your husband, your father. Go to church. Whatever faith you know, it's up to you. But you need to subscribe to a faith, or subscribe more so into your faith. You know? It's going to be okay. What did I tell you guys? Last clarifier. I'm not even going to give any clarifiers upon these clarifiers. 3 of Cups. Celebration. Reunion. Something's telling me this just came over me. Phaedra is one of these women. I don't know why. But Phaedra is going to have a lot to do with your husband's recovery. Either now or then thereafter. Okay? Something about Phaedra. But this is celebrate. Look at the card. It's celebration. Greg's gonna be fine. I think this is meant for him to do some advocacy. And if I may say something, my mother was diagnosed with 3B lung cancer. And any of those who have gone through cancer, most specifically, or more specifically, lung cancer, I never knew there were stages as far as an A and a B. I know there was stage 1, stage 2, 3, and 4. But my mother was diagnosed very late. And unfortunately, though fortunately, she was diagnosed with stage 3B lung cancer. We went to a hospital here in Massachusetts, remains anonymous, and they basically didn't give my mother a death date. You know how you hear stories or see movies? You have 3 to 6 months to live. They didn't even give my mother that. They basically said, we don't know when you're going to pass. Everybody in the room cried. My mother, myself, my father, and my sister, my Libran sister, as I always call her. My dad's a Libra too. My mother's an Aquarius. I'm a Pisces. I'm water. They're all air. Help me. But I tell you, a thought went through my head, and the family said, let's take her to a cancer hospital. I don't want to name them either. My mother is still alive to this day. It's been 2 years. I tell that brief story, or give that brief synopsis. Don't ever give up. Please don't ever give up. There is hope. My mother is on, you've probably seen the commercials. I don't know if they only air in the Northeast. It's called Keytruda. It is a clinical, I don't want to say a clinical study. It's a clinical friggin' trial. It's a clinical trial. It's kept my mother alive. There's no cancer in her body. Stage 3B, basically for try Keytruda. If somebody knows Nene, please send this to her. Please. If it's not for the tarot, for the cards, send her this about the Keytruda. Former President Carter had brain cancer. We know he's old as sin. He was probably a friend of Jesus. I'm just saying. He was one of the first to be on the clinical trial Keytruda. That man is as good as gold. Avid and coherent as a 20-year-old. As my children, my teenage children, my adult children. Please, somebody tell Nene about this clinical trial. It's Keytruda. Please. I love you guys. I'm trying to come out with more readings. The kids keep me busy. But I so appreciate you guys looking at my video. Prayers up for Nene Leakes. #fuck cancer. Love you.